It's really interesting. On that note, anything else to talk about?
Mm, Not really. We actually did not discuss about qualifiers.
Oh yeah, qualifiers obviously was fun. I mean, not. I mean, there are a lot of teams have confirmed the qualification, especially a lot of European teams, thanks to their system of qualification. Uh,
Yeah.
any major hiccups for you?
Uh, Actually, not really because but still it is surprised to see Italy and Portugal and which other team. They are actually going through playoffs probably.
Yeah, Italy hasn't been that great in that qualifier, to be honest. And then Portugal has been average for a long time, to be honest. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
there are players who's been great, but it's not really um, great to watch, and they don't look like a team at this point. But anything can change. But you still kind of hope them, to qualify through the playoff.
Actually, with Portugal, I would actually, how can I say? I don't know. Like they should have actually sacked the coach for after, at least 1 year ago, probably,
Who would have
because
they brought in then? I mean, who
I
else?
don't know, someone a little bit attack minded. Because the thing is that like with this team, sometimes have you seen like this first goal scored by Raheem Sterling today? It was actually set up by Wow Cancelo,
Yeah.
and he was like right now he's probably the best left back or right back or wing back. I don't know what he is now. He's being played in the both uh, both side, but lately he was playing in the left. So probably I can say that like he's probably the best left back in the world. And sometimes they don't actually use these options. And uh, the goal against Serbia was actually scored by Renato Sanchez. He got the ball when Bernardo Silva was pushing up and took a ball from the Serbian player. Then actually he made the pass and Renato Silva carried this out, and yeah, there was a brilliant goal. But with these players and Renato Sanchez and Bernardo Silva and Cancelo and Fernandez, these attack-minded players, they don't actually. It doesn't actually goes with this plan. They are trying to execute since 2014, 15 at the time.
Yeah, definitely there is a bit of disjoint, and you said about names, name-wise or on the paper that looks wonderful, right? I mean, you have lots of very good players.
Yeah, even, the thing is that like even defensive coach like Diego Simeone is trying to do something else because he has now resources. Like if you are saying this like Atletico Madrid will play attacking football about 2 3 years ago, I wouldn't believe this. But
No,
right
no,
now they are playing
I,
really attacking
I,
football.
I get it. But with the national team, you don't have the same time of training and change of setup.
Yeah, but still you can actually do some basic because these players are playing every day in day out, and uh, if you except for Fernandez,
Maybe Jose
all the
Mourinho
players.
someday.
Yeah, but I don't think he is not him. Yeah, he's not ready
I think
for the seat.
it's more than ready. But I don't know what's happening
Yeah,
with
because he was saying like yeah, he when he will be old
his old.
enough, then
His old. And his team looks his Roma definitely looks entertaining at this point. But
maybe after Ronaldo era, because there were some clash with Ronaldo,
yeah, maybe
and
maybe I don't know, a lot of rumors. But again, Portugal is some kind of danger. I mean, I don't know if it's fair to say danger. Italy is probably going to play Turkey if I'm not wrong, and
yeah,
those
so far. Mm.
those one leg
But
game.
Turkish team is like if you follow this. Champions League games, even with the Real Madrid and some other teams. Even there were like a good playoff last season
Mhm.
from Turkish teams. So and they were actually playing with their own players from
Yeah,
their
no, no,
own
no, no.
countries, and
Fair, Turkish.
so
There are some good players, and also if you add Hakan Çalhanoğlu on that mix
mm,
and some others. But what I'm trying to say is it's going to be interesting. Nevertheless, it seems like
yeah,
fun so far. From European side, there is South American side. Obviously, Brazil and Argentina already have qualified. That no surprise there. But biggest loser, I think, is Uruguay at this point. I think they're sixth or seventh. I can't remember. It's probably seventh,
seventh,
seventh at the
yeah,
place.
seven. Chile is at the sixth position.
Yeah, we kind of
We can
predict.
actually argue about this for
No,
hours.
no, no,
Who is
no,
the main?
no. What I'm saying is, we basically predicted that Peru will do well because of the fixture they have, and
Yeah,
they actually did. They beat Venezuela and they beat Bolivia. And in
even they won the match against Venezuela in their ground.
yes,
So yeah, like the thing is that like if you notice this last 14 15 matches in the mm, South America World Cup, South American World Cup qualifier, um, you can see that like only, yeah, probably this Ecuador team won against Chile, and Peru won against Venezuela, and other than that, every home team was winning or
well, except that
making a small margin.
you're Colombia. Colombia doesn't cannot
Oh yeah,
score at this point. They cannot get they cannot score and they don't concede, so it's almost like nil-nil draw or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, exactly. So like the thing is that like I would love to see Peru in the World Cup because the way they are playing, even how they played in the Copa America, it was really interesting to see.
Yeah, no, definitely. Peru is definitely one of the more entertaining team if they can.
And also like I don't want want to see Chile in the World Cup
Oh,
because how how they're playing and the horrible tackle by Alex Vidal. It
oh
was
my.
brutal.
Yeah, it's
He could
that
have
was
actually died. This poor guy.
one of the shocking tackles you could say, but it's probably not as shocking in South America. But um,
Yeah, but still, even if you consider like if you compare with this Nigel De Jong,
yeah, Nigel De Jong is nothing at this point.
yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah,
nothing.
you have Gabriel Jesus done the same thing in Copa
Yeah,
America.
exactly.
But what I'm trying to say is Brazil Argentina being confirmed, there is two spots been taken away, so there is
Yeah,
two spots left, and Ecuador looks like the most advanced at this point, and they have
yeah.
the momentum going. Uh, with Ecuador being in top runner, there is others such as Colombia and Chile and
Colombia will try to make as much stallment as possible because the thing is that like if in their last 5 matches they only they did not win any game. They lose one, but they drew the other 4 games. So
yeah, for the
I
life
don't know.
life
They
of
will
it,
try to,
I don't see Colombia scoring. That would be a huge thing, if they can score.
yeah,
But Colombia, if they can get 1 point, and it's going to be tough. Uruguay is
yeah,
not totally out of it yet, because if
yeah.
all of a sudden they can get 2 win, 6 points is
Uh,
huge.
yeah, the thing is that uh, like relatively Ecuador is in the safe zone, but other than that, like Colombia and Peru has the same points,
Yeah,
17 points, and Chile and Uruguay has 16 points, and Bolivia has 15 points after this win
yeah, that's
against
what a
Uruguay.
win for Bolivia against Uruguay.
But it was kind of like expected because
Yeah.
the with this aging forwards and aging defenders,
Well,
with
speaking
this
of
Uruguay
aging
team,
forwards, Moreno is 36-year-old himself, and he's scoring for fun for Bolivia, especially in altitude. Uh,
yeah, but he
he's
he
habituated on that.
habituated with this situation.
Yeah. But yeah, that's fun for South American team. Obviously, right now for Brazil, Argentina is more like preparation for
Yeah.
the World Cup, and this is Brazil Argentina game was entertaining. Although very it's a goalless draw, but very interesting game.
Yeah.
Um,
And they finally actually took our advice. They did not actually put Thiago Silva in the starting 11.
yeah, no, and that did change. That did
Yeah.
change their dynamism in the midfield and the pressing and everything. Um, what
Also,
else?
there were actually some interesting attacks from Brazilian side
On the
without even Neymar.
Yeah, yeah. Well, to be honest, there was, but there wasn't. I mean, I don't. There was one shot from Fred which hit the bar, but it
Yeah.
was more of a fluke. Vinicius had one chance. He just put it in the wide. But to be honest, I don't see them really having a very clear-cut chance on the game because Argentina, yes, they're if even if they're not playing well, it's not easy right now to beat them. That's why they're unbeaten for 90. Sorry, after 29.
29 games. Yeah.
Uh, 27, I guess 27 or 20, I can't remember. But
29 actually.
29, okay,
Yeah.
that's a lot of games. And speaking of that, um, they have very good goalkeeper at this point, and Christian Romero when he's fit, he's something.
Yeah.
With Otamendi, you'd always have question mark, but then you know you
Yeah,
you're
but now that the next qualifiers is in January 27 probably.
yeah.
Um,
I hope they
and
can find some space for newer players to have a look.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like Lisandro Martinez or
Because if someone like Senesi is not called, Senesi is probably going to be called by Italy because
yeah,
they have aging defenders and they need someone.
yeah.
And Senesi has been linked with Roma as well. I think Mourinho likes him. Uh, but on that side, I know they should try some players. At least Lisandro Martinez got some time in defensive midfield duty, but again, he's a talented player and very versatile. Speaking from South America, I mean, I have to talk a little bit of CONCACAF because
Yeah, I
is
was going to
now
ask actually.
Canada is now world 40th team ranked. A huge win versus Costa Rica and Mexico, and they're now sitting on top spot in CONCACAF, which is huge. Hopefully they can make it and they can keep it as well. Tata Martino's team, that is Mexico, didn't look really good, especially playing in the cold. Um, it almost like they have frozen. I mean, in terms of creativity and attack, they didn't look really good, to be honest. Also, I think there is a bit of mistake from Ochoa. Is a
Yeah,
very good keeper, but the way he dealt with that shot, I mean, there was a thunder shot taken outside from the box from a defender, but he could have done better. And then the Mexican defense was kind of froze again, and then this kind of Canadian attacker basically going and scoring. And Canada could have scored more goals. I mean, 2-1 does sound I mean, flattering for Mexico. It could have been easily 3-4 goals. And but Mexico in terms of I've seen they have sacked coach in less than that, and still they have Tata Martino, which is interesting. Um,
probably has some sort of links with this cartel or something. I don't know. We are talking about an Argentinian guy playing or doing something in Mexico.
okay, yeah, the jokes apart, but Canada is doing very well, and I think deservedly in the top, and
Yeah,
hope
with all these young players, it would be fun to watch them in the World Cup, and it
and
would be better
also
if they play in the next World Cup this same sort of players. And
yeah, I mean yeah, and also I know it's Mexico and Canada, and then there is US is there. But what I wanted to see is a game played and table at this point is, yeah, there is a 1 point difference between Canada and US at the same amount of game, and Mexico is sitting on third. Panama is not that. Panama is actually have the same points and goal difference, sitting on fourth. So it is interesting. Um, but huge shout out to Canada for doing so well, and deservedly, the men's coach team. He deserves a lot of uh, praise for bringing all the confidence and managing the team and managing basically tactically well against a very talented US and Mexico team. I shouldn't say US, it was Costa Rica and Mexico team. But yeah, anyway, that's a huge win for Canada. And I do feel that if they can manage another 2 or 3 wins, then they would be qualified in the World Cup, although it looks tight on the table. Um, but moving from there's there's some qualifiers in Africa as well. I know for sure that Nigeria is probably qualified at this. I have to double check.
Yeah,
Nigeria qualified as well as Algeria. Um, just double checking. So
yeah.
Algeria have qualified. Tunisia have qualified. Nigeria have qualified from Group C. Cameroon has qualified from Group D. Not sure about. There's Egypt have qualified, and looks like Mali is Mali and Ghana. I'm not exactly sure how that work. If there is
Yeah, it's also confusion for me also. Like
because it
probably four or five clubs.
4 or 5 teams might be going, but then I guess
Four teams, I guess they won because if you remember, there are like eight groups in the World Cup, and
yeah.
so far four teams can go. So probably I don't know. There are a lot of groups there. I
Yeah,
don't know
there are at least
how it
I,
works.
I to J. I can see Group A to Group J, where
Yeah, so like probably there will be some sort of like a
playoffs or something.
playoffs. Yeah,
Hmm. Yep. But on the other side, there is some Asian qualifiers as well and some good games.
yeah. Australia probably uh, drew against some country. I
I
forgot
think Group
actually.
A has Iran leading.
Yeah, Iran is leading now.
Group B has Saudi Arabia leading.
Yeah,
I know for sure 3 or 4 teams actually.
four
Qatar,
teams can participate.
yes. Japan is sitting on second on Group B, followed by Australia, and then there
Yeah,
is
Australia actually drew against China. Uh,
and China got beaten by I think Oman
yeah,
or drawn. I'm not sure. Drawn probably against Oman as well. And South Korea is sitting on second on the Group A, and that's the two teams on the top from Iran and South Korea, and seems like they would be the one because the other teams doesn't have really enough points to
yeah.
put.
From Group B, it would be Saudi Arabia, and I don't know,
Maybe
like
Japan,
Australia.
Japan and Australia. There is a
Australia.
bit of competition.
Um,
But yeah, that's about the World Cup qualifiers. To be honest, I didn't want to go to European qualifiers because I know there is some playoffs remaining. Norway didn't
yeah,
make it because of Netherlands winning it finally.
yeah.
But Netherlands didn't look really convincing. I
Actually, they played fairly well in the previous fixture, but this fixture they didn't actually look convincing.
no. And with Van Gaal, I have respect, but I don't have. I have a lot of like doubts as well. But um,
Yeah, but this thing with Bengal this time is he has resources to play more attacking football, and this
which
team was
it,
playing actually.
yeah.
But this fixture, I didn't actually see this combination with this, especially with this forwards. Uh,
Exactly. On that note, I guess it's going to.
Belgium probably.
Go ahead.
already Belgium probably already
Have qualified.
qualified, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So like they put their almost second team against Wales.
Yeah, someone was saying that in the FIFA ranking, someone has commented why not Germany is on top. But then I said, FIFA ranking doesn't work like that. If you win, yes,
Hmm.
Germany have shown improvement under Hansi Flick, but still, if you're that's a criteria to win against Armenia or Lithuania or Luxembourg.
Yeah.
With 8, 9 goals, then Cristiano Ronaldo deserved to be number one, not Germany. Uh, um, on that note, this episode is getting longer and longer. I guess
Yeah.
it's getting late for you as well. On that note, I guess we can wrap it up if we don't have anything else to add.
Not really. I think we covered almost pretty much everything.
Yeah, true. On that note, thank you again, and hopefully you recover well and all the good
Thanks
luck.
for the invite.